Yo, what is good YouTube? I am Richie Kim, and today I'm going to be bringing you all the performance review on the shoe that Steph Curry was absolutely cooking everyone in the Olympics with, the Curry brand or Under Armour Curry 12. Before we get started, if you all enjoy sneaker content just like this, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button down below, and also please hit that bell notification button so you never miss another video just like this one. But anyways, let's get right into it. As always, starting off with the traction, the Curry 12 features pretty much the same flow traction pattern we've had for a while now. And what you're gonna get is this multi-directional foam traction. And I'll tell you, performance is pretty much the exact same as, you know, the other flow tractions too. So what you're gonna get is, on clean courts, this thing has insane bite. Like, you're gonna be able to stop on something smaller than a dime. The traction just bites a little too hard, right? Where you feel like, I don't know, maybe your knee will pop out or something. Traction on clean courts is absolutely insane. So if you are playing on your clean courts, I will say be careful, especially if you've never used, flow traction before. But when it comes to dust, this is when the traction really suffers. On dust, this thing is a dust magnet and dust accumulates very quickly. Honestly, if you're playing on dustier courts, I would just avoid this completely because you might have like a couple steps after you wipe and then dust is right back on that shoe on the outsole and you gotta wipe again. And that's just, it's not possible, right? When you're playing like actual games or whatnot. So yeah, if you're playing on dustier courts, especially when you don't wipe, you're gonna be sliding around everywhere. Like, there were times where I just completely slid out. Trying to plant my foot for whatever I'm trying to do, right? And I just slide. And it was like pretty much endless. So yeah, the traction on dustier courts is just not good at all. You do have to play on clean courts to really experience how the traction is supposed to play. But yeah, most of us aren't doing that, right? We're playing on our LA Fitness, 24-hour fitness, whatever our local gyms, courts. And it's just not very good because those are typically on the dustier side. So, I can't really say the traction is good or bad, just because it does have, very high highs and also very low lows. So overall, at least for me, because I am playing on those dustier courts, traction is just not very good for me. But if you do play on clean courts, you will have very good traction. So moving on to the cushion, the Curry 12 features a dual density flow setup, and apparently the cushion in here has been tweaked a little bit. And I will say maybe it feels like slightly softer, but I would still say that this is overall a pretty firm cushion setup still. You get maybe a little bit of impact protection in the heel, maybe a little bit in the forefoot, but overall it is, a very responsive setup, because that's what Curry wants in his shoe. He likes that responsive shoe. So yeah, don't expect a lot of impact protection in here because you're just definitely not going to get that. I will say maybe if they didn't put this in like huge lateral plastic cage here, maybe the cushion would have been like a little bit nicer, but in the end it is what it is. You're going to get a very responsive, low to the ground feeling shoe. And if that's something that you want in it, then this is definitely for you. But if you want a lot of impact protection, definitely stay away from the Curry 12. So moving on to the materials, the Curry 12 features a full engineered mesh upper, and it does the job very well. To the touch, it does feel pretty nice. You do have some like overlays in the toe box area. You do have like this suede or like felt patch. You also have like this other felt patch right here. And then as you move towards the back, you do have like your external plastic heel counter. Moving towards the tongue, you do have like your like nylon-ish tongue. It is pretty thin for the most part, but you do have like flat laces. So if you do like to crank down your laces, you won't feel the laces digging into your foot. Overall, the materials from a performance standpoint, they do the job very well. So yeah, overall materials were good on the Curry 12. So moving on to the fit, I would say that the Curry 12 does run true to size. I am a slightly wide footer. I went true to size and I felt pretty good in this shoe. It is a little bit narrow up in this forefoot area, but not to the extent where I had any like pain or pressure or anything like that. Maybe just a tad bit of pressure. So my recommendation would be, if you are narrow footer, normal footer, and slightly wide footer, I think going true to size is fine. Wide footers, you might want to go up a half size just in case. But yeah, I think everyone should be pretty much good going true to size unless you're like an extreme wide footer. Besides that, you know, the materials do lie very nicely over the foot. I felt very snug and secure in here. I didn't really have any dead space in the toe box area. And this does feature a half booty upper. So you are, you know, as close of a one-to-one fit as possible in this shoe. So yeah, overall the fit in the Curry 12 was very good. So moving on to the support, the Curry 12 overall had pretty good support. In the heel though, you do have an external heel counter. But I did have a little bit of heel slippage in the shoe. It is very minimal. It is on the very minimal side, but you do feel your heel slipping just a little bit when you're, you know, taking your strides in the shoe. And that never really went away. As far as side-to-side movement on the footbed goes, you're gonna be completely covered there. The materials do a great job of making sure your foot is nice and planted on that footbed. As far as hard lateral movements go, you're also gonna be covered there as well. I wouldn't say that this is the widest base, but I never had any instances of like that rolling over feeling on those hard lateral movements. And then as far as torsional rigidity and stability, you are definitely covered there as well. You do have a shank plate and you do have this like huge plastic lateral piece as well to really enhance the rigidity of the shoe. So yeah, you're gonna be covered on that front as well. So really the only support issue that I had in the shoe is the very minimal heel slippage. So the Curry 12 retails for $140 or $150. And for that price point, like, you all should pretty much know what you're getting into by now if you have played in any of the Flow Curry shoes or any of the Under Armour Flow shoes, really. So if that is something that you like, then go ahead and pick up a pair of these. You will definitely like it. But me personally, you know, I do play on my dustier courts, and because of that, I just don't have the best traction on the shoe, and that is probably the most important thing, at least for me. So this isn't a shoe that I would necessarily keep in my rotation, but if I know I'm playing on an extremely clean court, this is something that I will definitely bust out because the traction will be extremely top tier. But on a day-to-day basis, I just wouldn't have this, you know, in my bag. But if you all did want to pick up a pair of these, I'll leave a link for you down in the description box below. But that's pretty much it for this performance review. If you all like this video, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button down below. And also please hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment. It really does help me out. Check out these videos over here, and that's pretty much it. Until next time,